Hello, so I'm practicing making my a press-on nail. So the first thing I'm going to do is set up my little stand with, of course, the double sticker, the glue on it, and my press-on nail. This is for the thumb, and this is a size 2. It's for my thumb. I'm going to attempt to put some acrylic on this. I'm not a nail tech, I'm just practicing. So I'm trying to stick it on the stand. And this is how it looks on the stand after the sticky tape was put on there. And this is for my thumb, and I'm gonna, and this is my 180 nail file. It's a pretty new file. And this is my buffer from Van. It's a little used up, but I had it for a few years. And before I start, I'm gonna file it down and buff out the nail. As you see, I'm gonna start from the sides of the nail. It's a little hard for me to do it on camera, so I'm gonna take it off camera and do it. But I'm gonna just try to show you a little bit of how it's, how I usually do it and how I'm doing it for this session. And I'm trying to get the nail really sharp. Now, this is a stiletto nail. So I'm trying to get it really nice and sharp because that's, it's a press on. And when you have stilettos, people usually would like to wear the stiletto nice and sharp and pointy. So I'm getting it filed down real nicely. As you can see, it's getting sharper. I like my nails very sharp. Really sharp. So I'm going to be filing a little bit off camera because it's a little hard for me to file it on camera. As you see, look nice and sharp. Now I'm about to start buffing it out with my buffer. And I'm gonna buff out the top of it. I'm gonna buff that off camera too, just so I don't shake the table. As you see, it's shaking a little bit. Okay, as you see, the nail is buffed out. It has that cloudy appearance. That's what I'm looking for. A nice cloudy appearance on the top of it. And that's how it looks after being filed and being buffed. Now I'm going to start getting my monomer and my brush together. That's my monomer bowl. I had it for a few years as well. And I'm going to use Savvy Land's number 14 acrylic brush to do this job. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. I freaking love this. It's a little used. I use it all the time. I freaking love this brush. I'm gonna buy more of them because I love this brush so much. And I got it up from Amazon. Now, as you see, I'm pushing it down to get the bubbles out of it. I like to do this, and I also like to pre-wipe my brush. Just to make sure I got everything off of it and there's nothing in the brush. Do a nice little pat down, a few of them actually, just to make sure I got a nice workable brush for this particular assignment. And this is going to be the acrylic. This is a white acrylic that I'm using. This I got it from Amazon. It was pretty cheap and it's a pretty big container. Um, I didn't really like this kind of acrylic. I did not really like it. It was a real chalky type of acrylic, and I'm not a professional at all. I only been doing this for a few months, and this is me first opening it. I wasn't sure what I was working with. It was my first time using it. I did not like the consistency of it. It took me a few times, and you're going to see later on in the video, it took me a few times to actually um, learn how to work with it because it wasn't what I was used to. But I ended up figuring it out. Would I buy it again? No, not really. But I was really excited to use it. Um, um, but next time I'm going to be ordering from somewhere else. I mean, ordering a different brand. So this is me just getting everything positioned to use that white. This is going to be a white stiletto. And I'm getting everything position, but I did not like that acrylic powder. I did not like it. Um, it was real chalky. It just wasn't what I was used to working with. So I'm gonna try somewhere else and see how, that works. And I'm showing you again that I'm redipping it back in the brush, make inside the monomer, and I'm doing a nice little wipe. Okay, now mind you, I never used this acrylic powder before, so I'm not sure. At this time, I'm not sure what I'm about to encounter, but it wasn't what I thought. Now look, I had to put that down, um, pour more of it. Look at what I'm doing. I'm like, what the hell is going on with this powder? So I'm gonna do it again, and I'll be working with a lot of powders. It's just a lot. Um, Like I'm just trying to settle the powder a little bit better. But this powder was kind of difficult, but I did end up getting the hang of it. It just took me a few scoops and a little bit of a mess. That one was, of course, a failure, but I'm still trying to work with it, as you can see. So I'm just fixing this powder up a little bit. I had to do a few cuts and takes on this um, because this powder just wasn't working with me. But eventually I ended up getting a pretty good bead, something I could work with. And I just place it at the bottom of the nail. Now this wasn't my original plan. I usually start from the top, but I was just trying something a little different for this particular nail. The rest of the nails I ended up going from the top, working my way on bottom. But this is just another way for me to do this. Would I do this method again? No. See, I'm still having trouble with that messy powder. I don't recommend it, but if you're a professional and you know how to handle different types of powders like that, um, um, be my guest. It's pretty cheap and it's a lot in it. And I got it from Amazon. See, so this is me again. I'm like, mess. Just gonna go start. I'm just gonna start from the top again. So it's a little bit of a thick bead. As I told y'all, I'm still working around this acrylic. So as you said, I'm pouting down the top part. I don't want the top of it, the cuticle area, to be thick. That's the part where I needed to squeeze in my hand. And with acrylic, it can make the nail very thick, hard, and unstretchable. Whereas your nail needs a little, where if your press on needs to be stretched a little bit or flattened a little bit just to fit. So I'm make sure this isn't as thick as you can see. Um, I was looking for, this is a nice color though. I will say that about this acrylic powder. That is a very nice white color. It's a nice creamy milk, as you can see. Despite the mess and everything, it's a beautiful color. So I'm making sure there's none on the bottom of it. And I'm going to place it down to dry it. And you see I'm showing you the mess that that acrylic powder did to me. Yeah, showing you again. Now I'm gonna file it down and buff it out, of course. But I'm gonna wait till this dry a little bit. I'm gonna try not to touch it. But it's a nice creamy color. I'm gonna just see, I'm just trying to get whatever's from under the nail from under the nail. But I'm getting to that right now. This is the finished look. I actually love it. Long stilettos.